What's going on, guys? I'm Zach from the Lumios Post, where we talk about all things Pokemon, and today we will be talking about the latest trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, specifically the things that were in it, or the things that were revealed today that maybe you missed. This trailer, it wasn't a lot, it was really kind of a music video for Celestial, which is fine, it got me very hyped, but a lot of people are upset about, so let's talk about the things that were revealed in it that actually are pretty big. So, first off, obviously, something going on with Donphan. We see in the trailer there are these creatures that look like Donphan depicted in this book, and then we even see a brief glimpse of the side of one and a brief glimpse at the face of one of them, which is very robotic looking. Now, there are some information on these revealed from the site. A little bit more detail. These are not a Donphan form. These are a brand new Pokemon, or they're specifically called monsters, but what are Pokemon if not pocket monsters? And they are Great Tusk and Iron Tread. And Great Tusk will be exclusive to Pokemon Scarlet, and that is the one that is not robotic looking, and Iron Treads will be the one that is exclusive to Pokemon Violet. And that is the one that obviously is robotic looking. Now, again, these are not new forms of Donphan. To be honest, these probably aren't evolutions. And now, guys, I know that there are leaks saying what these things are. Please calm down. If you're going to post leaks in the comments, please just spoiler warning people, because not everybody wants to know that, okay? Thanks. But these probably aren't evolutions. These are probably very similar to the whole Koraidon-Miraidon thing. Koraidon and Miraidon and Cyclizar all kind of look very similar, with Koraidon being like a much more tribal version of Cyclizar, and Miraidon being a much more technological, futuristic version of Cyclizar. This is probably the same thing going on with Donphan. So, that's what I would expect. It's not going to be a Donphan form anyways, because we've seen Donphan in the game. So, there won't be a Paldean Donphan, because we've seen Donphan several times, including in this trailer. So yeah, get your hopes down for that if that's what you're expecting. But yeah, these things are really, really cool, but there is more that we learned about these games. So we kind of learned about the plot of these games, we know that there's the gym challenge, Path of Legends, and all this, but there's always an overarching plot, like a story to a Pokemon game, right? Like, in every game, you're doing the gym challenge or the, island trials, whatever it may be, but there's something going on too. Like, you're not just doing the gyms in Kalos, there's also Team Flare attempting to recreate the ultimate weapon and use it to create a better, more beautiful world, and you're trying to stop that. But we don't really know it for this one. Even Team Star seems like they're not really a big, threat, They're more like your Team Skull, Team Yell type villains, where they're much more street level and probably are only tied to their bases, to be honest. But now we're starting to see a little more about the story, and that is these books, the Scarlet book and the Violet book. You're going to be researching the monsters it talks about, at least one of those being the Great Tusk and the Iron Tread. Very likely this ties into Koraidon and Miraidon's origin, probably ties into that little cloudy center in the middle of Paldea, because we did see Koraidon and Miraidon fly out of that at the end of this trailer. So, definitely a lot tied to it, and given that's Arvin who has this book, it'll also very likely be tied to the Path of Legends. So the Path of Legends definitely seems to be the most important, I guess you would call it, path in these games. Normally it's the gyms, but no, it seems that Path of Legends is going to be bigger. Now, you do have to complete all three paths, Path of Legends, Starfall Street, and the gyms, to get like 100% completion of the game. But it seems that story-wise, lore-wise, for the Paldea region, Path of Legends is kind of the bigger deal. But that's not all we got in this trailer. We did also see the Dragon-type Terrastal hat, I guess you would call them. We had previously not seen that. We had only seen before Grass, Water, Fire, Normal, Ghost, and Flying, but now we've seen Dragon, and honestly, it's really cool. This is the first one that I've seen and got, really excited about. You know, the other ones are fine, I guess, but this is the first one that I was like, oh, that's cool looking. Alongside that, we did get some more information on the Terra raids, specifically that there will be Terra raid events. That's not too surprising. You know, they did that for Sword and Shield with the max raid events. But there will be Terra raid events, one of which will be starting on December 2nd, a Charizard Terra raid event. So now this is a big deal, and I'll get to that. But this Charizard will have the Dragon-type Terrastal hat. So it will be a Dragon Terra type. Now, why this is a big deal is because Charizard is very likely not going to be in the game's Pokedex, but will probably be locked to home compatibility, which means that when home becomes compatible for these games, that's when Charizard will be able to be brought in. So this will essentially allow you to access a Charizard early. Now, this event will only run through December 2nd through the 5th, and then again on the 16th through the 19th. So you're going to want to make sure you're, paying attention to your games on those days to make sure you grab that so you don't have to wait till home release, which is when we actually got when it's going to be, and that is going to be in spring of 2023, which I expected, a little bummed out because that means that that's how long we're going to have to wait to use the Hisuian forms. It's unclear if evolutions will be accessible in these games. For example, we know Scyther's in the game. It's unclear if we'll be able to evolve him into Kleavor in this game, or if we'll have to wait until home compatibility and just transfer our Kleavor from Legends Arceus. Hopefully, we can evolve Scyther, but there's a chance that that's not the case, and we will have to just wait to transfer Kleavor over. But even if we can evolve Scyther, there's still some mons that will become accessible from home, like Hisuian Zorua, and let's face it, guys, very likely all the Hisuian mons, because they haven't been able to be used in the competitive scene or even just player versus player, they will likely come in via home compatibility. So Hisuian Braviary, Hisuian Quillfish and Overquill, Hisuian Lilligant, etc., etc. So that is very, very cool. Again, that is slated for 2023, and it will also come with updates where you can view battle statistics and see what the most used Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's ranked battles are, and also even see what the most common abilities or items are on those Pokemon. So that'll be really, really great for those of you who are perhaps wanting to get into competitive battling but have not yet been able to do that. Now, another thing that we found out about these raids is that there will be these black crystals all over the overworld after you complete, quote, certain post-game events, end quote. You will be able to access these black Terra crystals, which will have these really powerful raids that are going to have very strong Pokemon, but give really nice items as a kind of reward for beating them, if you can beat them. Now, no worries if you haven't beaten the game yet. You can get online and do these raids by hopping onto another player's, but to see them in your own game, you will have to beat the game and whatever these certain post-game events are. So there you have it, guys. That's just a few extra things that we learned from today's information drop for Scarlet and Violet. Be sure to let me know in the comments below which you prefer, Iron Treads or Great Tusk. Also, be sure to let me know if this perhaps has affected your decision on which game you're getting, because again, Great Tusk is going to be Scarlet exclusive, and Iron Treads is going to be Violet exclusive. I love Great Tusk. I will be getting Scarlet. I was always going to get Scarlet. Iron Treads looks really, really stupid to me, but props to you who do like it. Be sure to let me know all that in the comments below. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss all our future Scarlet and Violet videos. Guys, we're 10 days away. Let's get hype. Until next time, I will see all of you later.